Hello everyone, I hope you are well. I am back with another video. Today I thought I would share 4 spring jackets that I've been getting a lot of use out of. We're heading into the Memorial Day weekend, but unfortunately it has been very cool and rainy, so I've been reaching for these quite a bit. So as usual, my sizing, measurements, and links to each one of these items will be provided in the description below. So let's start here with this short trench. This is from Banana Republic Factory. It's in the color Maverick Tan, which is a beautiful neutral color and goes with just about everything. The material feels nice. It has a nice weight to it. This is a cotton polyester blend, and so it is not stiff. It has a button closure and it is not double-breasted like you often see with trench coats. And the button detailing is quite nice here. It almost has a tortoiseshell look to it with various brown shades. You also have a button detailing along the shoulder, and there is a term for that I'll put up on the screen, but it's a nice little added detailing. You also have buttons on the sleeve, and there's 2, so you can cinch in the wrist if you would like. You also have 2 pockets. And even though there's a button detailing here, you do not need to undo the button to get into the pocket. So there's 2 slip pockets, making it easy to get in and out. This is fully lined, which is great. That's something I always look for in my jackets, is lined in the bodice as well as the arm. So it makes it so much easier to just glide on and off whatever you are wearing. I think it also adds some additional insulation, so it keeps you a little bit warmer. And I also think it helps for the jacket to drape nicely. Flipping it around to the back, you also have this storm flap here. So I am pairing this with the shirt I'm wearing now, which is from J.Crew. The jeans are Ralph Lauren and the belt is from Express. I think that this short trench works with my frame very nicely. I have tried on probably a dozen of these from various stores. I've seen them at H&M, I've seen them at Zara, I've seen them at Mango. Unfortunately, none of those work for me. They were either too cropped, the sleeve was too long, it was too wide, it was just overall oversized. This I think fits very well. It hits at a nice length. The arms are not too big. So it's a little bit more structured, but not so much that I couldn't layer underneath. But this has been a great addition to my wardrobe, especially with the weather being the way it's been. So this next jacket, this is from White House Black Market. What really caught my eye is the color. It's in this nice khaki green color, which I think is perfect for spring. You have this beautiful button detailing, and these buttons look like they're almost like a champagne gold color. You have a zipper in the front, and what's really nice is you can cinch in the waist. You can see here there's a little pull tab. This jacket, just to be aware, it is not lined, but the material feels very nice. It's a little bit weightier, but I think that helps to make it drape very nicely on the body. You also have a nice button detailing along the sleeve. Pairing this with the shirt I'm wearing, the jeans, the belt, but I think this would also look great with a pair of white jeans as well. A nice basic shirt that's also from White House Black Market. The color on this is supposed to be the same as this color, but as you can see, it's not quite the same, but it definitely goes. But I really find these shirts to be very comfortable, nice scoop neck to this. I think this color, beautiful for spring, versatile color. So definitely something, if you are in the market for a little spring jacket, I would check out White House Black Market. Okay, moving right along here, I have another little jacket, but this time, this is from Talbitz. I bought this last fall and have worn this many, many times. It is very comfortable. The material's very soft. It is not heavy, but it does still hang very nicely on the body. It drapes well. You have some button detailing, again, along the shoulders. It is a zipper front, and it has snaps on it as well. You have two pockets here that flip up, and again, they can also snap into place. Pairing this again with this shirt, same pair of jeans. I think it falls very nicely on the waist. The arms are not too long. This is in a size extra small. Last but not least is this beautiful sweater blazer from Ralph Lauren. This is in a deep navy color, and you can see the emblem here etched in gold, giving it a little touch of something extra. You also have this beautiful gold buttons, so it's a button up front, and you have the gold buttons along the sleeve. This blazer is also lined. Now, unlike the other ones I showed you, this one says it is dry clean only, so just something to be aware of. I am a big fan of sweater blazers. I own a few of these. I own this one and one in black from Ralph Lauren, but I've also found some at J.Crew factory that I've been wearing for years. So in terms of sizing, I struggle a little bit with Ralph Lauren. I feel that his clothes tend to be a little long in the sleeve and also long inseam. This happens to be in a petite. I am 5'7", and so I am not in the petite size range, but this happened to work in a size, it's petite extra small. It is a little snug in the arm, so I cannot wear a long sleeve shirt. So I have to stick with the short sleeve shirt, but I like the fact that it does taper in, and I still think it has a nice look to it. So overall, I'm usually quite impressed with Ralph Lauren's, especially his blazers. I have some of his jeans, which I think are very nicely made. And although the pricing can be a little bit higher, you can find promotions and discounts. This I actually got at Macy's, and I think it was one of the last ones they had available. I got it online, and I decided to take the risk of going with a petite, and it just so happens that it worked out. But what's interesting is the one I have in black is not a petite, and it's a size small. So in terms of sizing, I feel like with Ralph Lauren, I have to try it on. I'm not always guaranteed that I know my size. But nevertheless, the beauty of Ralph Lauren is that you will usually get a nice quality product. And very quickly before we go, you may have seen in the mod shots that I had this bag here, which I've talked about before. This is from Quince. And this one is from J.Crew, and I believe this is still available. It is on clearance, and I have to say, this is a beautiful bag. If you are interested in learning more about it, just let me know, and I'm happy to do a review. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I do appreciate your spending some time with me today, and I do have some new content coming up hopefully soon. I don't know if you've ever seen something like this before, but I'm going to share it with you. It's a little guide on how to tie scarves from Hermes. If you think that's something you'd be interested in learning more about, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when I upload that video. In the meantime, I hope you have a happy, healthy, and safe Memorial Day weekend. See you next time.